Hello from sunny San Francisco. Today is October 16th. It's a beautiful Thursday. It's only 9 a.m., 9:20 a.m., but I was feeling like tired, so I decided to take a walk instead of sitting in my windowless office and working. Yeah, I've been trying to search for a place to sit, but it's wet. Like the benches are wet, and I have my coffee um, and my journal. So in a couple of days, I will turn 25, and I've always had like ideas or like predictions of what my 25th birthday would be like. Oh, the kind of life I would have, the job I will be in, and all of that. Well, guess what? I do not have paid employment. I'm currently volunteering for UCSF as a research assistant. The grant that I hoped my supervisor would get, she got it, but they also cut 600,000 from the grant, and so she's having issues even like carrying out the experiments she wants to do, let alone be able to hire more staff. And so basically I would not be able to even be hired on a part-time basis. For now, I've decided not to look for jobs until January next year. I am going to apply for non-research roles in January 2026, and for the rest of 2025 I will apply for grad school. Actually, my grad school deadline is coming up in November 17th, which is a month, and I have not started on like my I have started on my statement of purpose and all of those stuff, but I haven't really kind of like sat down to do it, you know. Okay, this looks pretty dry, so I'm gonna sit on it. But yeah, with this turn of events, it's not exactly conforming with what I grew up with, which is in Singapore. There's always like so much certainty. Like you would just go to university in something, and then you'll most likely get a job with job hunting and all of that. Yeah, and then now I'm here with like trying to figure out what to do, and like at the same time try to um not panic and not compare with peers of my age who already got a job. Some of them are already married, and um I'm just here living off my savings that are decreasing at an interesting rate. Well, I'm very frugal. I promise I'm very frugal. Wow. My grandma taught me how to be frugal without skipping meals, and I'm trying to honor that. So yeah, I just didn't expect this, you know, um, at the age of 25. I always thought like I'll have it all figured out, especially since I got a job the semester before I graduated, right out of high school, and my offer didn't, very luckily, did not get rescinded during the pandemic. So what a difference. One of the things I learned during my time at Minerva, my undergrad, from moving around so much, like every semester, new country, is that life is more than just work as well. And I really want to keep that in mind, no matter how much society tries to define me by just my job, or what I do for a living, you know. So part of that is also like trying to make sure I do not neglect my health by sleeping well, by eating well as much as I can in expensive San Francisco. At this point, I've eaten quite a bit of like $2 Safeway frozen meals than I am proud of. I think I've eaten healthily enough with like non ultra processed foods like whole foods. I've eaten that healthily for long enough to be able to afford this period of unhealthy ultra processed food. So yeah, sleeping well, eating well. I'm still keeping my gym membership, so that I can like lift weights and still have a strong body. I don't feel like exercise gives me vitality like what some people say, but I do have more muscle mass than when I first started working out 9 months ago. And it's nice to look at in the mirror. I feel better about myself. It's not about vanity, but more of like, oh, I have strength. Carrying my groceries is not really a pain. And also there's the aspect of romantic relationships. To be honest, I gave up on the idea of finding about like a year ago. And it's not from the perspective of like there's no more good women or good men out there. Or like everyone's narcissist or a red flag, you know, that kind of thing. But more of like trusting divine timing. The periods where I am single are periods of preparation and not just like sitting around kind of waiting. And that's actually what happened for me. I worked on myself. I made a commitment that I wanted to be the most patient, loving, affectionate partner I can be for my soulmate. I believe in the idea of soulmates, not in that there's someone out there meant for you, but there's someone out there who will choose you as much as you choose them. And because of that choice, and doing love as an action, a verb, not just a noun, you will be able to build something beautiful together. That actually happened for me around 2 months ago, and it's been the best 2 months of my life, where I'm in this loving relationship where I'm seen and heard and cared for. And because of my periods of singleness, I was prepared to love as deeply and see and hear my partner as deeply as she does for me. So it's been a really amazing 2 months with her so far, and I did not expect this in the past few years at all. I grew up in a family where my grandpa and grandma always fought. My dad and mom always argued, and they were pretty much like separated, and they just waited for me to turn 21 before they did the divorce proceedings. So I didn't have any good role models of romantic relationships growing up, and I'm really glad that I get to experience the relationship I have right now. I'm really grateful. I'm not just glad, I'm really grateful that I get to experience a love like this. As for what I hope the rest of my 20s to be like, I would really want to focus on what I do about the situation. So um, having a high level of agency, which is like focusing on what I can do with the resources I have, or like who I can reach out to in order to improve my situation. That applies to both my career, my health, and my relationships. So I'm here on my student visa, and obviously it's not a very nice time to be a student in the US. And one of the questions I got asked recently was, how are you navigating this, given that like you're here only for like a brief period of time, but your partner is a US citizen, you know. I'm trying to lean on the concept like uh, if 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 God has a plan, he will make a way. um, and if I'm meant to stay here, he will make a way by means of a job so that I can continue my work authorization or grad school. But at the same time, recognizing that in order to be able to pursue those paths, so either grad school or employment, I have to go and apply for grad school and apply for the job. So I am working on that right now. At the same time, for my career, I feel very called to not be an influencer but more a creator, where I share what I've learned in the past few years, things that I feel like will help other people navigate similar experiences. And also, I feel called into doing research, but it also feels very uncertain right now. So I'm not sure if that is a path I will be doing long term. But for now, I'm going to focus on creation. Like, even if it's writing papers, but it's writing academic papers, doing literature review, or filming videos like this and documenting all of the BS and uncertainty. I want to create more and um, try to process what has helped me navigate all these. What are the anchors that keep me more or less sane? Or I say more or less because I feel like some of my sanity is chipping away with the news cycle. And yeah, that's why I'm out here. You know, look at this. It's like peaceful. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but yeah, nature is a very big anchor for me. And I want to share that with the world. Like, if I can, as much as I can. I once read this book that said a desire will not be planted in you if you don't have the means to achieve it. Like, that is a belief in the system. Um, kind of like along the ideas of God's plan, and like uh yeah, there is a greater plan for your life. I still don't quite believe it, but if I believe it, you know, it gives me confidence. And if I don't believe it, then I will have more despair than hope, you know. So I might as well just believe it and be delusional in this aspect and give it my all, rather than not taking any action. Okay, I've been out for an hour. I'm gonna journal before I attend my meeting at in about an hour. Thank you for hearing me ramble. I I feel more awake now than I was before I started filming. And yeah, I think I will turn 25 just like that. There is no there are I can look at things as like good things and bad things, or I can just keep the perspective of good thing, bad thing, who knows, and just keep going, like lean into the energy, lean into the calling and intuition, and trust that that is always the right path.